I sit and watch, as I always do. A brief moment in the park as the snow illuminates like a giant white blanket. Kids are playing and enjoying themselves, and here I sit, on a bench enjoying the moment of serenity and simply people watching on my break. I think they ignore me. No one wants to admit to themselves that I'm there. Something they all fear. Especially for the little kids. A ball rolls towards me. I kick back towards the kids who had come chasing for it. A pity that none came near me. I could do with a pick-me-up. It always gives me a smile when I take a little one. The news flashes that always go about calling my work so terrible and so sad. It serves as a reminder to everyone watching that no one is safe. It also serves as a reminder to cherish what they have when they have it. Bittersweet terror wrapped around morose sentimentality. It does make me smile. But then again, I'm always smiling. Something catches my attention like an air raid siren amidst the trees. A young one sitting by the trees all by his lonesome. No one paying him any mind. Ah, I do so love it when I get a chance to talk to them first, before I turn their world and everyone else's upside down. I stride over. I see him sitting against the tree. A bit of a prominent vein in his head catches my attention. He holds something in his thick, gloved hands. "What have you got there, sport?" I ask. He looks at me and blinks a few times. To him, he just sees an older, well-kempt man.
Not supposed to talk to strangers,
He says so flatly. "Well, you can call me Azzy," I said. "What's your name?"
Pat.
Comes the response. "Well then, Pat. Nice to meet you. We're no longer strangers." I smile so casually. "Now, what have you got there?"
A squirrel. His legs busted.
He sounds older than his age would normally entail. Perhaps he's trying to sound mature and impressive. "Well, let me take a look," I say with my concerned tones. He opens his hands, and there a rapidly breathing squirrel cowers, his hind leg unrecognizable as having once been an appendage. Instead, it looks like a long string of fur and strawberry jam.
I found him like that while I was walking around. I think a dog or a cat might have attacked him.
He looks down somberly and pets the head.
I've been holding him in my hands since then.
I laugh a bit, trying to stave off the inevitable, much like this conversation. "Huh, and what are you doing? Trying to keep it warm or breathe some life back into it?" I say condescendingly. It's too amusing to me when I see people thinking they can stave off death, even when it's their own.
No, I was trying to suffocate it.
He says flatly. My eyes stop and linger on him for a moment, letting the silence of the moment weigh heavily. "Now then, that I wasn't expecting. And why is it you want to put him to death?" I ask.
Because he's suffering by being alive. Because he wasn't strong enough or fast enough to get away from whatever animal did this to him. It's a sad fact, but this squirrel should have died already. I was just trying to get him there faster.
His tone is so self-assured that I cannot help but beam with pride for this kid's level of understanding thing. Perhaps a swifter death will do, I say. Snap its neck. It will be quick and painless for it. And to my astonishment, without a word of protest, he doesn't. The simple little click of the poor beast's neck breaking in two, echoing, and louder to the both of us than any sound the park patrons were making. Well now, I wasn't expecting this today. No. I know you've put me in a good and rather generous mood.
You're welcome,
He says, sincerely but without attachment, as he lets the beast to the ground and buries it underneath the snow. I quirk my eye a bit. So, what exactly is a unique mind like yours doing out here all alone? I inquire. Silence for a moment as he looks away. The sound of children and people having a fun time filling the air, but still seeming so far, far away from him.
I ran away.
He finally confesses.
I was mad at my mom and dad because they wouldn't let me draw pictures.
What kind of pictures? I ask, finally sitting next to him.
These kind.
He reaches into his coat and slides out a piece of paper.
I'm not even mad anymore, but I know they are. I'm too afraid to go home.
Unfolding it, I see a rather unique piece of drawing. Amateur, of course, due to his age, but still, the morbidity was undeniable. Any parent would disapprove. A stick figure skeleton cavorting in a graveyard. Childish though it was, it reminded me of why I was here to begin with. He speaks again.
I don't want to go home. They're just gonna make me draw how they want me to. They're just trying to make me like all the other kids.
Again he looks down at the little squirrel grave.
I'm never going home.
Tell you what, when I'm in a good mood, everyone gets a bit of it. So I'm going to give you something.
Oh yeah? What's that?
He looks up at me, a hopeful expression on his face. He must think I'm a rich old fool about to give him $1 million. I'm going to give you the rest of today to live.
What? What do you mean?
His frightened voice catching in his throat, he begins scrambling upwards. It means I was planning on taking your life today. Your mother and father will be so sad and so angry. They'll hate themselves for forcing you to run away. They'll lament for not being more lenient on your little artistic genre. Imagine the heart-wrenching scream they would have given, seeing your dead little corpse wheeled in like a slab of half-frozen meat. Most likely even partially nibbled on by the little animals that populate the forest. And they will forever be forced to thinking of you as hating them. Wide eyes stared back at me, dumbfounded. And I continue. Good, that image is in your head. But it doesn't have to end that way. Instead of killing you now, I'll happily wait. You can go home. Tell your mommy and daddy you love them. Forgive them. Talk to them. Play with them. All in all, be happy with them. Until you are nice and tuckered out. Your mother will take you to bed and tuck you in. Kiss you on the head and bid you good night.
So, you won't kill me if I go home and talk to them? I get to live if I tell them I still love them?
He says, so full of hope, that voice. Hope. Always a bit hilarious to me. I laugh a bit in answer. Oh God, no. No, no, no. You're going to die tonight. But it's your choice. Frozen death with a spectacular display of emotional fireworks, or something more dignified, with a bittersweet ending.
What if I tell my parents?
Then you get a wonderfully confused and very uncomfortable, and finally terrifying, last few moments of life before I snuff you out. I lean down and look at him face to face, eye to eye. Do not throw away my generosity. I can make it so much worse for you than just a frozen death. Much worse. My voice may as well have been that same slab his frozen corpse would have been on.
I believe you.
Came the sheepish response. Good! Compliance always pulls me back to a sunnier disposition. Run along home, you little scamp. I'll be seeing you tonight.
Thank you.
Comes the little voice as he picks himself up and runs along home. I wait like I promised until nightfall. It's easy enough to get to his house. I know this city like the back of my hand. Every inch of it. A little two-story number, so quaint, and I see the lighted window upstairs. The shades are drawn, but I can see the shadowy silhouetted woman and young child being put to bed. The light goes out, and I shimmy my way to the window. I tap quietly on it and open it, oh so quietly. The little one lays in his bed, wide-eyed in silence, those little orbs following my shape as I make my way inside, without uttering a sound. Did you do as I asked? I say quietly.
Yes. I told them I loved them. I told them I forgave them. They forgave me. They even said they were going to look into getting me art lessons. We had dinner and we played Pictionary.
The voice was quiet and almost resolute. Are you satisfied with how today ended? I asked.
Yes. Thank you for letting me have it.
Came a sincere gratitude. Good. Now, shut your eyes and go to sleep, and we will be done with it.
Will it hurt?
No. You will be asleep, dreaming most likely, and then you'll stop dreaming.
Can I ask you one more question?
He asks sleepily, turning his head on the pillow and slowly closing his eyes. Of course you can.
Is your name really Azzy?
Yes. Well, sort of. It's a short nickname for something else.
Short for what?
The sleepy child finally succumbs to the Sandman mid-question. Rather adorable, I'd say. I stare and watch for a bit until I see his eyes dart around behind their lids. He is dreaming. I reach out and press my fingers to his temple. I finally let the aneurysm that should have ruptured in the frigid park finally burst. In his warm bed, he was so lovingly tucked into. Quietly, silently, and painlessly, the brain succumbs to the loss of blood. And I answer, solemnly in the dark, and to no one. It's short for Azrael.